that is a guy we just don't talk about very much.
He should be the MVP of the league.
And it is nuts that
we don't even mention him.
Somebody who is an MVP candidate and an Offensive Player of the Year candidate, finalist in both categories, and he's not a quarterback. And I just said we're not talking about him enough. Because Christian McCaffrey, this is his Super Bowl moment. This is it for him, right?
Oh, yeah.
And this is his time to go out and shine. What if he shows up and he's like, okay, I know about Mahomes, I know about Kelsey, and everybody's talking about Debo, and everybody's talking about whether my quarterback's good enough, this, that, the other thing. What if Christian McCaffrey shows up and just totally balls out? Because this guy is a complete difference maker since showing up. He is just unbelievable. You know who are the only players in NFL history to average 110 or more scrimmage yards per game in both the regular season and playoffs?
Marshall?
Nope. The guy won 2 Super Bowls for his current coach's dad and won it with his dad. Terrell Davis.
TD, yeah. Wow.
2 Super Bowls playing with Ed McCaffrey and 4 Mike Shanahan. That's it. You know, the only people with more games in a row with 50 or more scrimmage yards and 1 or more scrimmage touchdowns to start a playoff career in the history of the NFL. Because McCaffrey's had exactly that in 6 career playoff games, his first 6. He's the 3rd player in NFL history to begin a playoff career with 6 straight such games, because he had 90 rush yards and 2 touchdowns and 42 receiving yards in the NFC Championship game against Detroit, and 98 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns and 30 receiving yards against Green Bay. Nuts. 6 in a row. The only ones more are Terrell Davis and Marcus Allen.
Yeah, he's a monster.
and his previous, games, 4 of his 5 playoff games with the 49ers. He's been killing it. Why not now? Because if he does it, then everything else that we're talking about, Mahomes this, and I started the whole show talking about how Mahomes is one of the best coming back and how this may be the worst, Kansas City team that he's taken to a Super Bowl on the offensive side of the football, I guess I should have said beginning. This guy McCaffrey could just flip the script. Just turn it on, get a crease, and be so difficult to stop that the Chiefs are crying uncle by the end of the game. Entirely possible. Run it right behind Trent Williams, who's been waiting for this moment his entire career, and Kittle, and just start punking people. Because the Niners, without Christian McCaffrey, including playoffs under Kyle Shanahan, their record is 46-48. With McCaffrey, 26-6. 20 over. With, I'll do the math for you, 5.1 more points per game. All right, Christian McCaffrey. All right, 2-3. We see you. Here we go. That's one way through for the Niners. Hour 2 coming up. I could go on and on with him too, man. Marcus Allen, Terrell Davis, and McCaffrey. And then throw Marshall Faulk in there. Just one stat after another. Unbelievable, dude. McCaffrey's first career game with the 49ers was against Kansas City. Only game with San Francisco that McCaffrey didn't start. They lost that one in a rout last season.
Yeah, okay. 2 years ago, right?
Last year?
He just got traded there last year.
Yeah, dude. Feels like he's there forever.
It does feel like he's been there
I
forever.
know.
Wait, you mean they didn't draft him?
He ended up playing quarterback for him in the NFC Championship game because everything went totally haywire.
That was wild.
You led all running backs with 7 receiving touchdowns and 31 receiving first downs in 2023. He led the NFL in touches, scrimmage yards, and scrimmage touchdowns in 2023. Career high 1,459 rush yards in 2023. He's the guy to do it. And I'm sure they're circling 23. And I'm sure he's just like, screw that circle. Here we go. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.